One, we are live. So, hello everyone, this is El-Elyon with another live stream on Manosphere topics. So, without further ado, let's get the show on the road. I mean, I mean, Manosphere is a very interesting place to discuss ideas on what you feel is best for, I don't know, uh, what is it saying? Best for how gender dynamics or relationships or the dating market or dating best for how you feel or mostly you feel or know how relationships and dating work. So I mean, it's good to talk to other people, right? Other men especially, on how you can get into a relationship or how you dealt with the relationships or how you dealt with women in general. Um, Women are not perfect; they're flawed. And dating coaches nowadays, like PUAs, they tend to you don't have to watch their content if you don't like it, right? But dating coaches tend to uh, like Alex and John Anthony and other roaches that they tend to victimize they tend to blame shift men and blame shift and scapegoat men because they feel that men are the problem for why these blue pill dating coaches are usually don't really have any concern or regard for men. They feel that men are the problem in dating, right? And that women don't have any sense of accountability for um, how they're being treated. I mean, blue pillars don't have any sense of accountability, right? Everything is someone else's fault, right? Blue pillars don't have any sense of accountability for their own actions, right? They're just like, oh, I'm gonna scapegoat. Who will I scapegoat today, right? Blue pillars, feminists, right? And MRAs are sort of like the feminists of the manosphere, right? You know, I don't support playing victimhood. If you want something, get it, right? Go get it. Go get some. But I'm against feminism because I'm not a feminist. I don't believe in the. No, sorry. I don't believe in the women's movement. I don't resent my woman, but I'm not. I don't support. I support traditional households, traditional relationships. Like I think those are good to some degree, to a good degree, I guess. Not saying that everything in the past is good, but traditional relationships, marriages, those are good. Yeah, but those dating coaches, I mean, they don't get good women. They don't attract good women or get attractive women, right? So they're not getting good women. I mean, I'm not black pilled. I think my other, I don't know. I don't have to be black pilled. I don't want to be black pilled. This is a very toxic ideology, right? Like the blue pillars do make some good points about the black pill, and the black pill does make good points about the blue pill. I hate them both, but both ideologies, honestly. I don't mind if people subscribe to feminist ideology or black pill ideology or red pill ideology. I'm red pill, but I like there's like the important distinction between PUA and the red pill is that PUA is based on game and the red pill is based on game and looks and money and status. It values other things other than game too, so it values looks as but also values money and status as well. It's not just about your game, but you have to be like a full package. Yeah, you have to have the looks uh, as much as you have, more than you have the game, right? You have to be good looking, otherwise you're not gonna, you can't really approach women. Yeah, not necessarily like a 7 plus, but like 5 plus, right? Because Norways are very rare too. They're 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 rare, but they're not as rare as like Chads and Chad lights. But um, like 1 in 5 people are above a 5, right? Or post 5 or sub. I don't know. Sub 5s are 80% of the global population of males, and like post 5s. Let's just call them that. 20%, right? So if you're post 5, let's just call that, you you will have better opportunities in dating. Even if you're just a 5, yeah, 5 to 10, yeah. Within that range, yeah, you'll have the best opportunities in the dating market, yeah. That doesn't mean to say that as a sub 5 you shouldn't approach women. No, you should you should max out your looks, your money, your status to whatever degree you can do realistically. Be realistic, right? And approach women, right? It'll be harder, yes, but who's really counting? Yeah, I see all these people like, oh, looks don't matter, but I'm a 7 who's getting women. No, that doesn't make any sense. Something's not adding up. Okay, you're a 7 who's getting women. Okay, because you're good looking, right? But I approach women. But yeah, you approach them because you're good looking. You, you get women because you approach them and you're good looking, right? So I mean, look at Alex Valenchik, right? He doesn't get attractive women for sure, but just objectively speaking, like he doesn't get attractive women. Like, so be it. Like, he doesn't get attractive women. Uh, look at his current girlfriend. Like objectively, sub five, like a four, like 4.5. He's always picking. He's known to have always picked fights with me or on panels. I don't know why, but he just feels very insecure about me. Usually, you don't attack someone who you don't feel insecure about, or you don't feel jealous about, or I don't know. But anyways, I feel yeah, his girlfriend is a below average, which is fine. But how does it? All these PUAs, they don't know how to get attractive women, right? Because they're not attractive themselves, right? If they were attractive, they would definitely be getting attractive women, right? There would definitely be actors and models instead of PUA frauds. Yeah, sorry, dating roaches, right? Instead of being dating roaches, there would be what's the word? There would be actors or models. Yes. So just avoid the dating coaches. Yeah. Mm, just avoid these dating coaches and you'll be fine, right? He's dating coaches are just the worst. They scam people because they're not really talented, by the way, so they have to resort to these sort of scams and schemes, right? Dating coach scams, and that's how they get money out of people, right? I mean, if you want money, you have to work hard for it, right? Nothing comes free. But the problem with these dating coaches, they're on a whole nother level of I don't know. They have to lie. They have to deceive. They have to manipulate people with with how they brand their products. Very cunning way, deceptive way, very manipulative way, right? I don't like dating coaches. You shouldn't either, but please don't. Um, Uh, I don't know. Um, dating coaches are just. I noticed like dating coaches like John Anthony and Alex. They're sort of like trolls in a sense because they like to start fights with other dating coaches in space, in the Manosphere, and they don't really like anybody, right? Who doesn't how to say it, who doesn't subscribe to their ideas, right? Which is fine, but if they're gonna pick on people for not subscribing to their ideas, I mean, I don't know why they go after all these other dating coaches. They go for they go after like the red pill. They don't like the red pill. They don't like the black pill. They don't like they seem like very blue pilled, which is fine. I'm nothing against like blue pillars, but the blue pillars like John and Alex, they are very opinionated. They just hate on people who don't subscribe to their beliefs, right? A blue pill, right? Just as like common blue pillars, by the way. Um, I'm not a feminist, but if people want to be a feminist, I'm not here to judge people, right? I'm not here to judge people, right? I'm not here to judge people. I'm not here to incriminate people, right? So people have the right to their beliefs, right? Maybe they're raised a different way or something. But the red pill is like you should improve yourself, right? If you're not there yet. If you're there yet, yes. The reason why you get women is because if you're there at to a point where you can attract women, it would be because you're good looking, you have money, you have status, you have wealth, you have resources, and also you have the looks. So like it's a combination of various different factors, but I disagree with the black pill in a lot of things. I feel the black pill can be toxic if you're focusing on looks and doomer aspect, right? It's mostly about looks, right? But it's about the doomer aspect too, right? People forget that. But if you focus just on the looks, if you just say looks matter, that's fine, right? But the problem is black pillars are nihilists and doomers, so it's over if you don't have the looks, right? And that's bad. That's bad the mentality you have, right? But red pillars are not doomers, but I mean they can be on their own right, but as individuals, I don't think red pill subscribes to doomer ideology. If you have the money, if you don't have the money, it's over. We can change your money in status, right? But it's not as important as looks. I think even game is more important than personality. Game and personality, right? So than money and status. Because if you're neurotypical and you can talk to a woman, that's fine. Or neurotypical or dark triad, right? A woman will go for either. But if you're neurodivergent, it's like serially neurodivergent. That is it's gonna be extremely difficult, right? So, um, Yeah. Again, don't the problem with the red pill is that the red pill. I don't know. I mean, it's based on like self improvement, right? That being said, like if you'll likely increase your chances of getting a woman by self improvement and improving your looks, your money, your status, your wealth, everything. But that being said, it's not the be all end all, right? Yeah. Uh, I don't like doomers, first of all. I used to be a doomer myself, a blue pill doomer, right? And I realized how destructive that can be to one's life, one's prospects for the future. If you're a black pill or a blue pill doomer, don't be one. It's very destructive and dangerous. Yeah, but the black pill is, in some degrees valid because looks do matter. Money does matter, status does matter. Yeah, game does matter. You have to approach women, but like it should be something you should learn as an adolescent in your adolescent stages of life, and not something you know, you just get learn from a dating coach. That's cringe, right? I mean, you can learn them, but you can learn it as an adult, but that means you're sort of neurodivergent, right? That's fine, right? Lots of neurodivergent people are out there, right? So, um, like I'm gonna teach you social skills. Like, dude, they're supposed to know social skills after a certain age in their adolescence, in their youth or adolescence. So, I don't know why these dating coaches are being so cringe and trying to teach men something they should have already knew, right? But you know, now you're just trying to sell. Wait, oh, congratulations! You know social skills. I mean, uh, Uh, dating coaches are very delirious as to what actually works for attracting women. They don't know what they want, what women want, right? So, I don't know. They don't know exactly what women want. They're just they're just going through the dating life to date through the dating whatever, seeing willy nilly without any clue, right? They don't get attracted to women, so as dating coaches or roaches, right? So I mean that's fine, but why cope about it? Like I have the most attractive girlfriend. Like, no, you don't. Shut up. Like, oh, Jesus Christ. They really need a reality check. Yeah, I mean, sure, you can say you have the most attractive girlfriend, but it doesn't mean you do have the most attractive. Yeah, all these dating coaches are frauds. Um, they don't have any common sense. Um, I mean, dating coaches, the roaches don't have any common sense. They don't know how to get a woman, so yeah. I mean, if they did, they wouldn't be dating coaches, right? They would just be actors and models, right? They would be attractive, right? They're attractive. They don't need to be dating coaches, right? They can be something else, right? But since they're not attractive, they're dating coaches, right? Who scam people, right? They're scammer cells, right? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, anyways, no comments, so that's fine. I don't. I don't like dating coaches. They're just frauds. I believe if you're a dating coach, just find a real job. Honestly, sure, it makes good money scamming people, right? It's lucrative, right? Scam people, right? But you know what? Have some honor and integrity in your dealings in life. I mean, sure, you'll make good money as a scammer, dating coach, but what honor, integrity, or dignity is there in that? You think you're helping vulnerable men? No, you're not. You're just scamming them. Because most student coaches don't get to attractive women. They're just, you know, they're just losing, right? When they think they're winning. So, yeah, anyways. Just avoid these dating roaches and you'll be fine. Yeah. Anyways, I'm retired. So, um, yeah. Anyways, thank you for watching. to rebel against authority or others.